To me, it's immoral for anybody to be uncomfortable for any reason whatsoever. We need to find a way for us to be decent human beings, to stop accepting people being uncomfortable, because if you support that, then you're a horrible person. Is why I think we need to talk about this and make sure we can stop horrible people from improving society. We need to keep everything the same. If not, then society will go down the toilet. Everything must be kept the same to help society function. If anything changes, then a new idea will make people think in bad and evil terms. People act like this, and people are going to think I'm contradicting myself by saying people think an idea is bad because they're uncomfortable. Just because something makes you uncomfortable doesn't make it an evil thing. Why do people think this way? Because they think keeping things the same and not changing it will change their habits. And they believe changing things are bad because they feel like they got things figured out. To them, things are always the same because it's necessary to keep them the same. Because it's a good thing for some odd reason. These people, it's bad if things change. They say you should not change things for changing's sake, and you need to keep it the same, and if you want to change things, you should do it your own way. They act like they're a liberal or a libertarian, live and let live this way, but that's not the case, because they're all trying to keep you from improving society. Why is improving society a bad thing? To them, changing anything is pure evil, because you're going into the unknowable. If you don't know the result, then you will cause chaos. That is the worst thing in the world, because you must think how everything's going to result. If not, then you're harming everyone. You should just think about it in those terms. I know this is fear-mongering, to not improve society or culture in whatever ever in this messed up viewpoint. But this is the problem. This needs to go away. Why do people jump to these conclusions? When you jump to wild conclusions, people think you're speaking the truth. Yes, speaking truth to power is by wildly speculating. But that's the worst thing that people can think. What is the worst thing that can go wrong? That's seen as good and is widely supported in our society, especially social media, that no one should disagree with. If you do, then you're committing an evil act. I know that's crazy talk, but why people think of this at all? That's the question we need to ask. People are fearful of unpredictability. They feel like they understand life and how it works. How else are they going to figure out how to make their life go smoothly if you keep on changing it for them? It's actually your problem by messing with their lives. You need to keep their life stable for boring people, because they run society and they run everything. And if you don't care about them, then you just hate humans. Because of that, we need to care about boring people. Because of this, boring people need to be thought about as great human beings. This is the way that the world should work. And this is why we need to keep all problems on a systemic level the same. And we can't solve them, because it makes them feel comfortable about standing up and having everyone hate the same person. Is why we can't fix it, so they can feel better about themselves. The truth is, no one really wants to say is nothing in life feels safe. But people think that you need to feel safe, no matter what. And that's why you shouldn't mess with anything. That's what makes people think changing things will make you feel unsafe. If we solve our problems in our country, then what else is there to life? Then the society will end by solving these problems. How our country will eventually end because political extremists will make an unstable environment a good thing. Then we will go to civil war and our country will see millions of people dead as a price to pay for progress. I just don't get why people think this is going to happen. Why people think that civil war will happen just because you disagree with people. I just feel like people are pulling my leg. That is the mind of these people. And people are not in agreement thinking that this is something that is reasonable. But remember, the only good idea in these people's heads of solving anything is a radical extremist one. There's no moderate. There's no coming together. Because to them, radical and extremist ideas are the solutions. If you don't agree with them, then you must hate people. That is why you need to listen to them on improving society. They feel sad and uncomfortable, but that is the truth. Because these people feel uncomfortable about the truth. Because anything that they don't feel comfortable about is wrong. This is why we should never question popular opinion or sacred cows. Because people feel like if you question that, then you want to end society by avoiding reality of any situation. That is why we should support sad and depression. Because the truth is all around us. Being depressed makes you understand reality. This is why you shouldn't be happy. Because happy people don't see anything wrong. But they only care about hating people. That is why you should be happy and see that as the problem. Because when you're happy, you oversimplify life. And your emotions will make people think that you just hate them. All the emotions are confusing to them and think that there's a right and wrong answer for everything. But they don't understand. When you think about the solutions, you see the complexities of reality. Feeling unstable is a necessary part of life. Uncomfortableness makes you think how to grow as a person. How else are you going to grow if you have some reservations at first? When you feel scared about something, you shouldn't change. You should stay the same because you should always understand if you change, you're a subhuman monster. Yes, changing makes you a bad person. That's why changing at all makes you a hypocrite that don't care about people. How dare you think this way? Change yourself into a better person makes no sense. Improving is not helpful, but harmful. This is why we should all think and believe the same thing all the time and never change.